because everybody came for Issa for saying Koreans were the niggas of Asia. No, Filipinos were the niggas of Asia.
But you didn't mean it like that. I know you didn't mean it like that. You meant like he's the brother of the Asians. Like first he got the swag. He really has he looked like it.
I think that Asians and black people have a lot in common. Like not even only just features, but I just think in general we do. I don't know if everybody wants to acknowledge it on the Asian side, but
I agree. I mean, I feel like they're an afterthought when it comes to like racial injustice in America. But they experience it all the
Indians, Indians, Asians.
It's always so focused on blacks and like Hispanics that we forget about Asians.
I also want to retract a statement that I said last episode because I read an Instagram post and I was saying like everybody came from Africa, but they said no, like black dark-skinned people are like native to many places, like Aborigines in Australia, and if you go to like the deep mountains of like Asia, they have thick, coarse hair and dark skin. So basically like melanin comes from like a native people, not necessarily just Africa. So that was maybe not a smart comment that I made.
Well, you educated yourself. You didn't know. Now you know. And I know.
And I just read that on Instagram, but it made sense.
Because Instagram is the Urban Dictionary.
Instagram is TED Talk.
It's history. I don't have to listen to TED Talk. I have Instagram.
Instagram said it's true, so it is.
Oh my god, this is going to be on Overheard LA. Do you follow that account on Instagram?
Oh my god.
I love that
it's
account.
So funny.
It's so good.
There's so many times I want to write in because I've heard funny shit. Then
You think they just make shit up because they can't have that much?
No, I think it's real. Oh my god. There was something I overheard, me and Danielle overheard one time. We were in a car and two black guys were driving by on bikes and they were like saying something. Oh my god, I wish I could remember. It was like, yeah, then she said like, black people are the most athletic and best dancers. And they just started riding off on their bikes. And we're like, what?
Bikes away.
Oh my god. I was like, true.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard of that account, they have them all over the United States. They have Overheard LA, they have Overheard New York, Overheard like Portland, like they have a bunch of different ones. And basically it's just sound bites that people hear of like different people's conversations where people say the weirdest, dumbest, truest.
I'm sure LA
shit.
is the stupidest.
Sometimes though I'll be like, yeah,
that's true.
That's true.
Do you like light skin guys? Are you like against do you tend to gravitate more towards chocolate?
I have to say I have an affinity for chocolate men.
I think it's an opposite. But
I started my dating career.
Back in kindergarten.
No, like my first boyfriend was light skinned, and I only liked light skinned guys for a long time. I think maybe because there's a familiarity there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's because I don't know.
Because you're narcissistic.
Also in high school I did date a really dark skinned black guy, and then I started dating a light skinned guy after him. I don't know. But anyway, the guy that I'm going on a date with, he's Taiwanese. I'm actually looking forward to it because it's a totally new experience.
Does he have a ponytail?
He's bald. He's kind of short though. He's 5'10". I'm 5'6".
Not that bad. Just wear a kitten heel.
I'm not gonna wear any heels. I think he does something photography, but he looks like actually legit, like he has a career.
Oh, okay, not freelance.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. And I told you that I took a page from Mila's book while I was out of town. I was in Florida this weekend doing Home Shopping Network, and I have a guy out there actually that I met on Tinder, and he's really, really, really fine, and he's a doctor, and whenever I go out there, we hit it up. But this time I was just like, I'm just feeling really weird about dating now, and I just feel like I deserve more. And he hit me, and I was like, what do you want to do? I was like, let's go get a drink. And he was like, you can have a drink at my house. And I was like, no. I was like, don't assume, even though you should, we gonna fuck, but still, don't assume that I'm just gonna come to your house. Like, I haven't seen you in months. We don't ever, we barely connect. I felt like a prostitute. I was like, you could at least humor me.
Pretend,
and let's go have a drink.
Take me to eat.
So I just really ghosted him the whole trip. And then I was on the phone with my boo out here, and I asked him straight up, because Jamilah was like, I ask my little young thing if he hooks up with girls all the time. Like, I just straight up ask him, and I'm like, you do? And your reasoning behind it made sense. You're like, yeah, so I can acknowledge, you know, my jealousy, and I can reevaluate my expectations, because that's what, you know, I'm working on this month and probably the rest of the year, honestly, because it's a way more than a month-long journey.
The rest of your life.
Yeah, but like really avidly working on it, like constantly. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what Jamilah does. I'm gonna ask this nigga, did he fuck anybody? Because the Lord knows I haven't. It's been a dry spell. And we're in a long distance relationship. You know, he lives 10 miles from me, so
forever away.
And I was like, so have you had sex? And he was like, he looked at me. We're on FaceTime, so he couldn't run.
Did I tell you do that? Because no. The FaceTime is also the key, because then you can look at them and see if they're lying. But then they also can look at you when you're mad, so that it goes both ways.
Yeah, it was true, because I'm really bad at hiding my feelings. So he was like, I was like, so have you slept with anyone? And he looked at me like confused and like smiling at the same time.
Yeah.
And he was like, I mean, yeah. Have you? I was like, no. And not because I don't want to, I just haven't. And he was like, oh. And I was like, well, was it good? And he was not expecting me to like get deep in there.
Oh, because I want to know. I need to know.
I was like, well, was it good?
But then you have to be prepared if it was.
And he tried to dodge the question. He was like, oh, you know, it was with that girl that I told you about before that I had kind of like cut off.
The one you showed me?
She's white girl.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
With makeup?
I think so. Charlie's there and look.
Lots of makeup?
Should look like you wear a lot of makeup.
Okay.
I can really tell though. She's pretty though. She made from far away. I don't know what she looks like really up close. It was one he like suggested we could possibly like have a threesome with.
Yeah, I saw her.
But that she was too jealous, so it wouldn't happen. And I was like, well, anyway. So it was her, and I was like, oh. And he was like, yeah, it was her. And I was like, you didn't answer my question. He's like, what? I was like, was it good? And he was like, I mean, yeah, it was good. It was fine. It was good. And I was like, okay. And then we like changed the subject. Or then he was like, why are you having? You know, he asked me, why aren't you having sex? And I was like, I just haven't. He's like, there's no one that's been like wanting to. And I'm like, no. I mean, I have people that are interested. I just not interested. Like the people that I've had sex with, like I'm just, it's not moving me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm just gonna be honest with him. I feel jealous. I told him, I was like, I feel jealous, and he's like, jealous that I had sex with someone else, or jealous that I've had sex and you haven't?
Both.
And that's exactly what I said. I said both. I said both.
I'll call you back. I need to start swiping.
And I did. And I went on a Tinder date out there. I found a guy. He seemed like cool. Another. He was an analytical chemist. I'm like, what is going on in St. Petersburg, Florida? All these doctors. There's so many doctors. Like I matched with a lot of doctors out there. Met up with him. He seemed cool, was nice, was cute. He kind of reminded me of Broke Bay from episode 1.
When you told me that, I thought you meant that he seemed broke.
No.
Oh,
he looked like him, sort of.
Okay, but he's not because he's obviously smart. He's not
smart. Well, Broke Bay wasn't unsmart.
He's just broke. I mean, not smart. He has a career.
Yeah. And I don't even know if Broke Bay's broke. He just wasn't he wasn't cleaning his Mini Cooper or
nails.
No, I don't remember the nails.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, his phone was pissing me off.
Right.
His cracked phone. So then, so then we're like talking where it's going well, but I'm like, I can't get Broke Bay out of my head. I'm gonna stop calling him that. That is so fucked up. Former Bay.
We need to stick with the nicknames so we can keep track, okay?
Okay, no Chemistry Bay. That was where he started, and then he traveled into Broke Bay. Okay, so he traveled it. So he reminded me of him, just like his looks and like the way he like talked a little bit. And I was like tired. I had a show I had like 4 shows that day, and I had slept like 3 hours. And I was like, I'm really tired. I think I'm gonna go back to my room. He's like, oh, I can drive you back to your hotel. And he seemed harmless, so I was like, all right, that's fine.
Did you make out?
No, I had no.
Oh, there's no chemistry with him either?
I didn't really feel it.
He's no chemistry babe too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
So wait, we get out. We walk out of. We walk out of the restaurant, and I notice that he's severely pigeon-toed. Not only that.
No.
One foot is dragging.
What? You did not mention one dragging.
How
did you not notice that till you got out the car?
We were sitting the whole time. No, we were walking to the car.
Together.
And I noticed this.
Oh, but when you got there, he was already sitting.
Yeah, he was already sitting. And so then also, when we were sitting, we were talking about, like, I don't know, we were talking about body things or something. And he was like, yeah, one of my foot's bigger than the other.
He said that because it was like a joke.
I thought it was a joke, and then I said that I have a really bad I have a pet peeve for like feet. I don't like feet on me, and I don't like ugly feet on me specifically.
You just don't like feet.
So he took his shoes off in the restaurant to show me that he has nice feet, which I thought was strange, but also,
wait, was he wearing no socks?
No, he took his socks off.
Sandal? Okay,
and he was like, my foot is bigger than the other, and I couldn't really tell until we went outside and he was dragging one. And I was like,
this is the meanest. We've had meaner conversations, but oh my god, he can't help that.
Okay, but still.
What is he supposed to do? Stay seated the whole date?
Okay, not still. There's no still. It's just it's not for me. It's not for me.
Yeah. First of all,
and then he had a big crack in his windshield.
And he's a doctor. I guess it's not.
He's not a doctor. He's an analytical chemist.
Which sounds important.
I don't know what that does.
I mean, we all have our things that we can't live with.
Actually, you know what he does? He told me he like basically screens drugs before they hit the market, and he was telling me about all this animal testing that they do on beagles.
Beagle dogs?
Yes.
Why beagles?
I don't know.
We need to look into that.
And that he was at a facility where they hold beagles, and like he went in there one time, and one time one of the beagles got out. Okay, the lady let the beagle out because she felt bad. But they breed these dogs. They don't go and find them. They breed them specifically for this.
First of all,
I was like,
I don't want any drug that's tested on a beagle.
Which turned me off to him. I was like,
you don't care about.
He's like, well, I think it's bad, but like I don't see that part of it. And I'm
so out of sight, out of mind.
I was like, okay.
Speaking of beagles, Erica also recently came to a epiphany that everybody should.
Okay, please tell me if you can agree with this. Men over like, I would say, okay, I think I'm gonna lower it because this guy I'm going on a date with is 32. Like 32.
That's his dog?
Yeah, that's the one I sent you.
Oh no, I thought you cut that off since that picture.
The one I sent you.
Yeah, the Taiwanese guy is the guy who sent the one you sent me today. The text about
the dog.
I'm gonna just show him my dog. Oh no, girl.
Look.
Okay, go back to the. Okay,
so listen. Okay, so this started off because the guy that I date out here, he has a dog that he shares with his ex, and one day his ex was out of town, so he's watching the dog, and like I hadn't seen him in a while, so I was like, hey, you should come over tonight, and he was like, well, I can't. I was like, why? He's like, because I have the dog. And I was like, what do you...
Let me interrupt you right there.
What do you mean? You can't because you have the dog. I'm like, feed the dog and come over.
Don't fucking share a motherfucker. First of all, lesbians especially do this. If you're sharing a dog with your fucking ex and you think you're gonna tell the new bitch you're dating, I can't go anywhere because my dog. Like, first of all, fuck that dog. It's not even a human baby. Second of all, give that dog to that bitch or take it. Okay, there's one of two options. You ain't going Monday through Friday with this fucking dog. Also, he told her, and I quote, yeah, she's really spoiled.
Because I said, wait, so you've never like spent the night out of your house, like, and like left your dog at home? He was like, no, she's not that type of dog.
It makes me feel like you're stupid.
I was like, do you like pussy? Do you like pussy?
Your shared dog with your ex, or do you want to get some pussy? Let me think. Maybe the spoiled dog or some pussy. Yeah, no, nigga. First of all, I had a dog. I wasn't sharing it with nobody. It was just mine, and that bitch would easily go in the kennel if I wanted to get some. Okay.
Right.
Goodbye.
I'll feed the dog, say night, close the door, and I'm out. I'll be back in the morning. Like, what? Okay, like, he's gonna hear, he probably's gonna listen to
What
this.
Is he breastfeeding that fucking
dog? He listens to our podcast from time to time still. He actually listened to our last one about expectation. I definitely talked about him on there too. I said that everyone annoys me. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, you're sharing the dog with your ex, which I think is a little strange anyway. You know, I get that they have they're really good friends, or they're friends still, which is fine. That's fine. And I get that you grow an attachment towards a dog, especially because you don't have a kid. That's what I'm getting to, is that I believe that men from like 32 to like, I don't know, let's say 40, who are childless and who want children, end up getting dogs or have dogs and then treat them like they're children. Like, it's like it's in a creepy way. And I've noticed this more and more on Tinder. I see these specific age group post pictures of their dogs a lot. Them with their dog on the beach, or like their dog licking their face.
I mean, I like dog.
Or even just a picture of their dog.
No.
As like
an
avatar.
You only have like 5 picture options. You don't need to put your dog. I don't give a fuck what kind of dog.
So then this guy today that I'm going on the date with, he's been out of town or whatever shooting, and I was like, well, what are your plans today? He's like, I'm just really looking forward to just like chilling, hanging, and just chilling with my dog.
I thought for sure she'd cancel the date after that fucking comment.
And I just had this conversation with Jamilah last night.
She called me last night. I was literally sitting next to this. I don't remember if you guys were listening, like Religious Bay. And I was like, how old are you? He's like, 34. And I was like, do you have a dog? He's like, no. Here goes Erica. He will soon. I was dying laughing.
It's true. They want children, but they don't have the woman yet, and so they get the dog, and then they get obsessed with the dog. It's like, I get it. Like, I love dogs just as much, maybe not as much as the next person. I have a kid now, so dogs are second. Like, I used to love dogs. The moment my child was born, I had 2 pit bulls at the time. I was like, get them out the fucking house.
Yeah, I got rid of my dog like a year later. That I had for like 7 years. It was just too much to like walk a dog and put a baby to sleep. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's my theory. I think that men
over 34, if they have dogs and no kids, they treat them like kids, and that's their whole world, which is an interesting concept. But we now want to say back to what you said about the date, the doctor not wanting to take you out. I don't know if suddenly I became 30 and I'm just so mature now, but that guy who came over last night, I see him every blue moon. He's really cute, but we have like, we're cool. But the sexual chemistry is just so poppin'. Maybe because he like surprises me because he's religious, and then he's not religious. He's just square. He's like a nerd. But he never takes me anywhere. He's like, oh, I'll pick up some Thai food and I'll bring a bottle of wine and some weed. And like at first I was like, okay. When I first got single, I was like, sounds good to me. But like after like 8 times of that, I was just like, nah. So yesterday I was a little annoyed with my young babe because he keeps calling me fucking friendly, like it's a bad thing. And I just was like, I need some weed. So I called him, he came over, and I was just like over it. Like, you've never taken me anywhere. I don't know, like, if it's because he's religious and he's not allowed to be seen in public with like non-Egyptian women or something because his parents are really strict and he lives with them. Yeah, he lives with them. And he's 34 years old. But I was just like, I just couldn't do it. I was just like, we made out, I got hot, and I was like, okay, you gotta go. Because I was just...
It does. I think it does.
I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, he's never even taking you. I'm like, oh, it's still getting so hot. I'm like, he's never even taking you anywhere. I'm like, okay, get the fuck out. All right, bye.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, are you dumb?
I do, normally I would...
It's just not free. Pussy's not free. No matter how you put it. I mean, you can judge me all you want. You can say I'm a prostitute, but everybody knows ain't shit free in life. The pussy included. Like, there's a court. There's a, like you have to court me. Like, I want to go out. At least, like, buy me 3 drinks. I like food a lot. Like, a lot. Like, I'll almost like somebody because they took me to a fancy dinner. Like, you know what? You like this kind of food, too? I too. I think I do love you. But I'm just, like, at this age... I don't know if it's this age, just this time in my life, I'm just like over recreational hooking up.
I swear to God, it's 30. 30, there's like something that like clicks over and
fuck up my house.
And it's like,
nah,
I don't got time for that bullshit.
My pussy's pretty important and you're not, so get out.
Exactly, and that's how. And I after even I was more motivated to have sex after my LA boo told me that he had sex, and I was like. I need to have sex. But then when that happened, when the guy was like, well, you can come over to my house, I was like...
Never mind.
I think 29-year-old Erica would have been like,
okay,
send me the address.
Right.
But this time I was like, you know what, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth, like...
If you're too dumb to know the basic steps of 1, 2, 3, how to
if I've gone this long, 30 days plus, maybe a little less, without having sex, I'm not going to waste it on, like, some nasty-ass mixed drink you made me in your apartment. And then then make me feel pressured to fuck because I'm here. I came, so I must want to fuck.
And you know what? Even last night, I was like, it was getting hot, and I was like, damn, if I stop now, am I gonna be a bitch? Like, am I gonna? Is he gonna get that horrible, deadly disease called blue balls? No, not the blue balls. And I almost apologized for it, but I was like, bitch, you don't gotta do a motherfucking thing. I was like, you gotta go, you're trouble. But also, I haven't had sex since I turned 30, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm not wasting my first 30 fuck on you. I haven't fucked. And also, low-key, I started to feel guilty. Because of the youngin', and I know I don't need to feel guilty because we're not together, but I was starting to feel guilty because I knew I kind of was like, I invited him over low-key out of spite, and I wanted to smoke, but I was just like, this is stupid, I'm too old for this, get out.
Right.
And he like finger banged me and I came, so I didn't care. It's like, okay, bye.
Right, got what I needed. I think it's true. I swear, like, you know, you just start like reevaluating what you want, and you know, it's like you have like, it's like a new chapter. You have like this opportunity to like start over in a way, even though it's just another day. It's just another year.
I mean, you can start over every day. Like,
but it's true. Yeah. It's true. But I really did feel different after 30. I really did. I think also because I was going through such a huge transition in my life. Like me and my ex had just broken up. I was suddenly a single parent. I was in my 30th birthday. I went to Belize, so I was in this beautiful environment where I was like, look at my life. Like, my life, I'm so blessed. Like, why am I sitting around moping? Like, I'm going to change shit starting today. And I feel like I really did. I mean, of course, there's many setbacks along the way. And it doesn't have to be 30 to do that, but...
You could change your diet. Like, you could change what you want to do whenever you want to do it.
Yeah.
And I think I started to... It sounds stupid, but I kind of began... I turned fucking 35 7 days ago. And then I began to value myself more.
Yeah, 7 days ago.
My whole life changed because of my birthday. Another day on the calendar, and now I am a new woman. I am a saved Christian. But I do. I just feel like a little bit, like I have a little bit more, like I'm a much smarter bitch than I was when I was turned 20. Like, there's so many things. You're not going to pressure me. I'm not going to feel guilty if I don't want to fuck. I don't want to fuck. I can change my mind. You're not going to get blue bottles and die. And, like, also, like, even, like, the youngin', like, keep referring to me as friendly and questioning my loyalty. I'm like, you're young, and this is who I am. Take it or fucking leave it.
Right.
You know, like, and I don't feel anything bad. Like, I don't feel bad about it. You know, this is how I am. And I noticed, like, as much as I was trying to sound mature with my jealousy thing and say, like, you should ask because it, like, it does make you evaluate your jealousy, but honestly, it also just made me crazy. And it also made me, like...
Great.
No, it made me... It just made me... It's like cutting yourself. It was like, I wanted to feel the pain. Like, I want to be hurt so I can not like you as much as I do, which is also not healthy. But, you know, we're all dealing with our shit and trying to figure shit out. But I do feel more older. In my head, I've never had so much thoughts while making out last night. Like, should I do it? Like, this feels so good. Like, fuck him. No. Who cares? Who cares if you do it? Who cares if you just turned 30 and you fuck him? But I'm like, no, you don't really want to fuck him. I'm like, just... I'm like, you're not even focused on what's happening right now. This is like all in my head. Like, what about it? What about that? What about this? I'm like, oh, just get out.